Iconic guitar manufacturer Gibson is seeking to reemerge from bankruptcy amid President Trump's economic reforms and surging consumer confidence. One America's Kristian Rouz has more.
Renowned guitar maker Gibson Brands Incorporated files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in an attempt to save its core operations in the US. The announcement has been a long time coming, as Gibson has struggled amid an influx of more affordable instruments from Asia, as well as the 2014 acquisition of its electronics unit from Philips, a move proven disastrous to company finances.
Well, Gibson is a company that goes back to 1894. That's been a leading company in the guitar and musical instrument field since then.
Over the past several years, Gibson has amassed up to $500 million in outstanding debt, and the company's creditors are demanding a swift restructuring. Gibson was among several top Made in America brands hailed by President Trump during a national manufacturing event last July. Now company creditors and stakeholders are hoping President Trump's trade agenda and economic reforms will save Gibson, which employs at least 175 people in the US.
These guitars are made from the ground up, and when they make them, the tonality is beautiful. You can hear how the tone resonates from a Gibson guitar.
Gibson's electric guitars are made in Memphis and Nashville, Tennessee, while its acoustics are made at a factory in Montana. This comes in stark contrast with other US guitar makers, such as Fender and PRS, who are making their more affordable instruments at offshore facilities in Mexico, Indonesia, South Korea and China.
We've been around a while, and we've always been a U.S. company. I think the American industry is hugely strong. There's some great people here. Employees in the United States, contrary to popular opinion, are awesome.
According to its Chapter 11 filing, Gibson's lenders will provide a new loan of $135 million to the struggling company, which will have to sell some of its assets, which include audio products like speakers and headphones, as well as its Baldwin piano subsidiary. Aside from the tough competition from cheaper Chinese guitars, Gibson was badly shaken by last year's UN logging regulations, known as CITES, which limited the global trade in rosewood, key material for guitar fretboard production. This comes as mainland China has imported immense amounts of rosewood, including through illicit smuggling, over the past 10 years for its furniture production.
CITES really has three components. It deals with conservation, it deals with sustainable use, and also deals with trade. And in fact, the convention uses trade measures to achieve its objectives. And we came together to provide coordinated support at a national and a regional level to governments in combating the illegal trade in wildlife.
Disruptions in global rosewood trade and unfair trade practices affecting prices in the domestic US market have sparked hopes President Trump's restrictions on Chinese imports and higher wages will boost the demand for Gibson guitars in the US. Over the past decades, Gibson has been reliant on the imports of tropical woods, such as mahogany, to manufacture the majority of its products, including the iconic Les Paul and SG models. However, Canadian guitar maker Godin Guitars has pursued a smarter strategy, using domestically grown wood, including maple, poplar and Canadian wild cherry, for its guitars, allowing it to dramatically bring down prices on North American-made guitars.
Shifter bass, made with Nordic poplar. It's very light, weight this body. See, it's quite light. But this is a poplar who grow in the mountain.
Despite the woes, Gibson is still moderately optimistic as its US sales rose 10.5% last year to $122 million, not least due to the rising consumer confidence in the wake of President Trump's economic reforms. Gibson plans to exit bankruptcy proceedings September the 24th in hopes to restore its role as the driving force behind the American mass culture. Kristian, Rouz, One American News.
We can use your help. Call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call today.